When Andrew Wiggins first entered the NBA in 2014, Andrew was getting a lot of comparisons to players like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, because of what he did in college. He was a fan favorite of Rookie of the Year and was the #1 pick in the 2014 draft, but his situation is very different when talking about now. When you're usually a top 10 pick in an NBA draft, it's either you go along the path in your career of a bust or a successful rookie from the hype that you got on draft day. Andrew Wiggins is one of those players where they don't actually fit in both categories, they fit right in the middle. Over Andrew Wiggins' 6 years in the NBA, he's averaged about 20 points per game, so it doesn't really put him in the bust category. But the reason why we don't put him in the successful category is because he hasn't really done anything for the team that he's played for, the Minnesota Timberwolves. But even though he was the plan to bring Minnesota to the playoffs, he didn't do that, but still, the Timberwolves believed in him and gave him a massive contract at the end of the 2017 season. Wiggins signed a max 5-year contract, giving him about $30 million per year until the 2023 season. When he signed that contract, there were a lot of controversy out there if he deserved it. There were a lot of haters saying he didn't deserve it, and there are a lot of Andrew Wiggins fans saying that he's going to get better and prove why he was the #1 pick in 2014 and how he will live up to the hype that he was getting. Fast track to 2020, Andrew Wiggins is no longer a part of the Timberwolves because of one reason: they finally gave up on him. One of the biggest blockbuster trades in this 2020 NBA trade deadline was Andrew Wiggins being traded from the Timberwolves to the Golden State Warriors for D'Angelo Russell. So from what it looks like, Andrew Wiggins has a new home in Golden State, but I'm gonna tell you guys the exact truth. For the Golden State Warriors to become a better team and back to that championship caliber contention, trading Andrew Wiggins is a good idea, and it's probably the best idea. If you guys aren't aware of the Golden State Warriors situation, basically their 2020 season got cut short because they didn't have Steph, they didn't have Clay, so the Warriors are going to have to do and make a lot of big moves in the offseason when the NBA does return. In my opinion, I think it will return. They might even shock the world by trading Draymond Green, but if they're trading somebody, Andrew Wiggins is probably the first one to go. And in this video, you guys are going to learn why I believe the Golden State Warriors should trade Andrew Wiggins, and also some potential targets they could target when trading him. Andrew Wiggins has a pretty good value in the NBA, but the Golden State Warriors has to do their best to use that value properly, and in this situation, trading him might just be it. So yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. If you love basketball, you are in the right place, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. So there are 3 reasons why I believe the Golden State Warriors should trade Andrew Wiggins. Number 1 being his contract. He's getting paid about $30 million per year, and that is usually the money that superstar players get. And of course, Andrew Wiggins hasn't been that superstar caliber player we all thought he could be, so trading him and losing that money value could definitely get a lot more players that you could spend maybe $5 million for, but give value almost to equal of Andrew Wiggins. In other words, downsizing, picking up free agents at a cheaper price, but getting good value and depth for the bench. The second reason is that the Golden State Warriors need a lot more defense, because right now Draymond Green is basically their primetime defender, but he can't do it alone. The problem with Andrew Wiggins is not through his scoring, but the fact that he's not an efficient defender and also an efficient player in general. If you keep up with Andrew, one game he'll have about 30 points, the next he'll have 10. One game he'll have 50% shooting, the next he'll have 20. If you watch his highlight and mixes, he's really known to be taking some dumb jump shots at times and also long-range, mid-range shots, which isn't efficient. And with Steph and Clay coming back, they're going to have their offensive tempo and leaders back, so trading Andrew for another defensive stopper to support Draymond at that defensive entity is going to be very important and crucial, and that would help the Golden State Warriors overall. The third reason is that there are better replacements that could replace Andrew. If you guys are unaware, right now the Golden State Warriors in the 2019 season have the worst record in the Western Conference, and they are most likely going to get a top 5 pick. I believe in this year's draft, they're going to draft a small forward, power forward player, maybe a shooting guard, but that small forward is the most likely. And if I were to pick a player they probably will draft, it's probably Anthony Edwards. In the Golden State Warriors perspective, drafting Anthony Edwards, a player that plays similar to Andrew Wiggins and then trading Andrew Wiggins for better value might just be better for the team long term, and also if they want a championship run. There are so many players out there that could give you the value that Andrew gives at such a cheaper price. So now let's talk about 3 players I believe the Golden State Warriors should target with Andrew Wiggins. The first thing I want to say is that Andrew Wiggins, when he got traded from the Timberwolves to the Golden State Warriors for D'Angelo Russell, the Timberwolves actually gave the Warriors a 2021 first round pick, and I believe if they're going to trade Andrew Wiggins, they're going to also include that pick and maybe even a few more second round picks for the upcoming years. Andrew Wiggins is still a primetime scorer, so when you're trading him, you're definitely going to get another all-star or potential all-star player back. So if you're a big NBA and Golden State Warrior fan and you love the dream, these are 3 great and realistic trades the Golden State Warriors could and possibly target. The first player is Andre Drummond, now of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the reason why Andre is on my list is because he's opting in to his 2021 contract of about $28 million. The reason why Andre Drummond did this is because he knows that it's going to be hard for him to sign a max contract somewhere else. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, after seeing Andre opt into that contract, they could and possibly will try to trade Andre to get some value before he leaves them in free agency for the 2022 season. When talking about the Golden State Warriors starting lineup, they have a strong point guard of Steph, of course, Klay, potentially Anthony Edwards, Draymond Green, and their center position really has a lot of mix-up issues where they don't really have a dominant center. So getting Andre Drummond, a guy that can crash the offensive boards if Steph or Klay misses those shots and get those cleanups, could be great and efficient for the team overall. Right now, Andre Drummond is in some tough water because he got traded from the Detroit Pistons, and also his trade value has decreased, so the Golden State Warriors could actually get Andre, and for one, in his situation, he still wants to prove himself that he's worth a max contract, so potentially being traded to Dub Nation could get him some maturity where he could definitely sign a max contract on his later years. The second player on my list that I believe the Golden State Warriors could potentially target is Kevin Love of the same team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The reason why I'm putting 2 Cleveland Cavalier players on this list is because right now they're 100% in rebuilding mode, and Kevin Love is no longer a part of the future of that team, and especially with Larry Nance popping off, they could be looking towards him as their future power forward. There actually has been rumors in the past of Kevin Love potentially being traded to the Golden State Warriors back when they had that LeBron vs Stephen Curry Warrior vs Cavalier days, so that just shows us one thing, that the Golden State Warriors actually do have interest in Kevin Love. Because Kevin Love is an NBA veteran, an NBA champion, getting him won't be as easy as getting Andre Drummond, as his contract is worth just a little bit more of $31 million. The Golden State Warriors would probably have to trade Andrew Wiggins, plus maybe a cheap $1 million contract player, and definitely that 2021 first round pick. With the Cleveland Cavaliers in full rebuild mode, they're going to want as many 2021 first round picks as possible, so when the NBA gets into that 2020 free agency, they're going to be really active and find the best free agents possible. Imagine a starting lineup of Steph, Klay, a great small forward they sign off free agency for maybe a minimum to $5 million deal, Draymond Green, and Kevin Love. They both have offense and defense in the same lineup, which will make them an all-around starting lineup team. Moving over to the last player on this list is definitely a player we all wish could actually go to the Golden State Warriors. I actually made a video about the possibility of this guy going, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Milwaukee Bucks to the Golden State Warriors. For Golden State Warrior fans out there, I actually believe this could be a possibility. There's actually a funny video of Steph talking to Giannis that went viral. Steph potentially said something like, "Let's do it, let's join me," or something. But the point is, there has been a lot of rumors of Giannis actually being traded to the Golden State Warriors. The report is saying that if the Milwaukee Bucks don't win the next championships in the next 2 years, Giannis will want out and probably join somebody or a team that has winning experience and a winning mentality. And of course, Steph and Klay and Draymond have been a dynasty over the past 5 years. So if Giannis can join a team like them, get some NBA playoff experience, championship leadership from Steph, Klay, and Draymond, he's gonna definitely develop into one of the best players in NBA history. Of course, with this trade, it's going to be a little more tricky than a simple Andrew Wiggins for Giannis. It'll probably have to be Andrew Wiggins, the 2021 first round pick, a bunch of second round picks, and definitely some of the rookies that the Golden State Warriors have of, Jordan Poole, potentially Eric Paschall, because at the end of the day, Giannis's trade value is high, and the only way the Milwaukee Bucks would trade Giannis is if he doesn't want to be there. And if that's the case, the Milwaukee Bucks are going to try to do whatever they could do to get the most value out of him. So yeah guys, this wraps up my video today on 3 players I believe the Golden State Warriors should trade for when trading Andrew Wiggins, and also why they should trade Andrew Wiggins. Before I leave, if you guys love the video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. I love when you guys smash thumbs up button. What's most important is when you guys leave your opinions and comments in the comment section down below. I want to know your opinion, and let's start a conversation. What do you guys think about the Golden State Warriors trading Andrew Wiggins? Are there any other players out there that the Golden State Warriors might be able to target? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. But once again, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming basketball videos just like this. I'm going to be making more and more about the rumors and trades that are coming up in the offseason. But that's it for today, guys. Other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
Ay, look at that boy, huh? Cooking up joints, like, run at the school, like, you already know, never got help, so did it myself, doing so well, I bet you can't tell that I've been running, like this my dance, yeah, running man, running.